the wife of Stephen Littlebitch Miller.
Oh, these contracts are crazy.
Is the biblical definition. If that's California, unknown to them, they are using the biblical definition in the Torah, which is where all these laws are located.
You should hear the terminology they say in these contracts. To use your name and likeness in perpetuity throughout the universe. Who the fuck could possibly know?
But it's time to limit the First Amendment.
What that means.
In order to protect it. And quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
The architect of so much of this terror.
The companies felt otherwise, and they would always hold this contract up and say, well, you signed it. And I say, well, I understand that. It's not like I want to leave. I just want to, talk about this thing and see if we can't make it more fair. Of course, they wouldn't change, because if they changed, they wouldn't really exist.
I needed a way out, and it wasn't good money, and it wasn't good circumstances, but what else am I going to do, I said.
What Israel has supplied the Guatemalan military has been a computerized system of tracking people. In other words, you can have a computer system which has in it every man, woman, and child in Guatemala, and you can issue identity cards, and then you can follow people around. You can find out where they are, who they are, and whenever they're stopped at a roadblock, you can track them immediately.
A white nationalist from Santa Monica.
And all these white people sitting at that table.
Companies felt otherwise.
And then you can arrest them. They may disappear. They may never be seen alive again, thanks to this computerized system.
Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Aquí venimos. Vengo yo a interpretar esos muchachos. Cargamos una lista.
We have a list.
Y si aparecen en esa lista,
If they're on the list,
entonces mueren.
they die.
Told me, trust us, Dave, it's a good contract. And I looked around the table, and they all seemed to agree it was a good. What if they were all friends, and I didn't know it?
While that was happening, though, authorities say, that this man was essentially a monster and just brutalizing women across the city of Los Angeles for something like a 13-year period. And I think from what I've heard people say about him is that he was respected, and I guess the takeaway is that nobody suspected this, and this came as a complete and total shock.
When human rights violations cost El Salvador its American military aid for a period after 1977, the Israelis were on hand to fill the breach.
Why do rabbis suck baby penises? It has a Answer me that. Yeah, why do they do that? Why?
What was I talking about? What was I trying to tell you?
At its core, Sun Tzu is asking a question that sits at the heart of religion and violence studies. How can force be exercised without unraveling the moral order of the world?
You know how y'all see I'm not a rabbi circumcised?
They suck the blood.
With what?
Huh?
With what?
With what? A mouth.
And can be in itself life-threatening at that moment. We have the records, I can show them to you, of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in the United States, boy babies who've died or had life-threatening infections as a result of this disgusting practice. That a person as humane as yourself can sit here and think of that as a fit subject for humor shows what I mean. Religion makes morally normal people say and do disgusting and wicked things, and you've just proved my point.
Mouth.
Yeah.
And that's not crazy.
It is crazy. I agree with him.
This question is not unlike those posed in Christian just war theory, Islamic jurisprudence on jihad, or Jewish discussions of Milchemet Mitzvah.
I'm just trying to find out what you're all about. You're almost kind of attacking me on it.
No, I'm not attacking you, man.
You're not attacking me in a hard way.
The rabbis are attacking you.
Violence in this tradition is never morally neutral. It must be justified, limited, and oriented toward restoring harmony rather than indulging chaos. Moral order. Before battlefield victory.
Jews against Rome.
What made you pick it up?
Well, we lost that one. I think we have to win the next one.
One of the most striking features of the art of war is its insistence that war begins before weapons are drawn. Sun Tzu speaks of what he calls the moral law, that which aligns the people with their ruler and binds the community together in shared purpose.
I don't hate you. I just don't understand you. We may be offshoots of the same species, but our cultures are just too different.
This is not simply political loyalty. It is a quasi-sacred alignment between leadership, people, and cosmic order. In religious terms, this resembles covenantal thinking. Just as Israel's battles in the Hebrew Bible are framed around obedience, justice, and divine alignment, Sun Tzu argues that no army can succeed if it lacks moral cohesion. Violence, when detached from moral order, becomes self-destructive. Thus, war is never merely about defeating an enemy, it is about preserving the internal integrity of one's own society.
I was taught to try to do good even when there's evil all around me, but you were taught to look innocent even while you're planning the deaths of everyone around you.
So here's a good suggestion to America. Do business like Israel. Which is to say, there's not making a value judgment, you're not good, you're not bad, you slap me, I'll take out your entire country. That's all.
It's hard.
And that for whatever reason that this has become an issue for you, I just think is excessive. What do you mean by that? Oh. What do you mean by that? That I'm more personally... There's an undertone of innuendo to this.
I don't need an opportunity to defend myself. I haven't been accused of anything by any government authority or by anyone other than women with records of serial lying from the beginning to end. Now I'm being accused by you, who comes from a country without a legal system that's worthy of being called a legal system. I'm happy to leave my fate to the American legal system.
Okay. So let's bring it on. No, there's no innuendo there. What I'm saying is, sure. You know,
I think it was stunning to watch.
This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working.
Now I met Alan Dershowitz.
And then he finds himself back at Ziegler's house.
I've not made any accusations against you, and I don't
Yes,
represent
you said,
However,
why would they lie?
Can say the legal thing about 4 more years.
Here, Ziegler acts as a handler.
And I say, Alan, I agree with you. So we can do it.
He reframes what Bill saw, minimizes what it meant, and gives him a version of events that allows him to function again.
Hold on. And he loves Israel.
A country for those people, as you call us, seems very important